halal production. So tracking of information from the source would be very, very important in building up the information system for halal. I have gathered here some information on how products can be packaged as well, and how can this be used to identify the information as to the product's content. Labeling can also be undertaken effectively. Users, the buyers of halal products, can be guided accordingly. An example here is a product packaging using this barcoding system, wherein they provide information as to the content, guarantees, nutritional value, and potential hazards. The potential hazards in most cases have focused on fatty acids. So over a period of time, if the halal standards would be available, then one factor that can be identified and added in the hazard probably would be those of haram. So on your right rather, are some of the nutritional facts that can be used as well to guide the buyers of halal that the product is clean and safe. Another factor here is the labeling, wherein information about the product's content would also be a guide for halal users, halal buyers. So going back on summarizing my presentation, the information flow would focus on the quality assurance at the SME level, wherein the process looks at the number of personnels who are able to establish and follow written procedures. If the halal procedures are readily available, then monitoring can effectively be linked to a decision support system. And record keeping could be used as a way of tracing the product if it has been contaminated or not. If there are enough personnel who are very much aware on what are the standards of halal. So one way of doing it is coming up with a record-keeping system that allows the company or the enterprise to identify the written procedures that should be strictly followed by those involved in the production chain. Another aspect of information system would be on the physical plant and grounds. Are sanitation requirements followed? Are the halal written procedures followed? Are there some design and construction requirements followed? And again, record keeping is one important factor in monitoring compliance to halal. Another aspect would be on the equipment and utensils. Are the halal written procedures established? What are the requirements? A while ago, there was mention of slaughtering. Are there processes involved that permits a product to be halal using slaughter method? Or are there other alternatives? If there are other alternatives, then is the company or is the enterprise following that procedure? Again, record keeping is one factor that is very, very important in tracing the integrity of a product. So looking at those concepts, looking at this integration, the bottom line is that there has to be a seal of halal assurance. And the seal of halal assurance would only be the basis of the Philippines or of any other country rather to push for its product and market it abroad. Because buyers would always care for where the source is. Is the product contaminated? Is it safe? It's not just a matter of packaging, it's not just a matter of selling, it's not just a matter of producing, but it is a way of consolidating information which can help users and buyers of halal to say that the product they are buying is indeed safe for consumption. So the ICT application that we are looking at looks at a unified database of small and medium-scale enterprises, which could include those SMEs that have their products tested for halal. This could undergo either from the level of laboratory testing, which I believe the Department of Science and Technology is putting up. in Mindanao. And the religious aspect also of looking at the requirements of halal. Once this information system, once this database of halal SMEs are available, then we can also look at the multinational food and non-food companies who are able to secure the halal certification from certifying agencies and regulatory institutions. Of course, we base our assumption that the certification process is already not a debatable issue. For as long as there is a unifying information or a reference point that is agreeable to all, then the database for all these halal certified companies can build up the information system which could be used by the general public in looking at the integrity of the product that they are buying. Thus, a decision support system throughout the value chain can be established. So just to illustrate what I'm talking about, then the information system can look at a central database wherein the database contains the information on the SMEs that were able to secure certification from different halal certifying bodies. Thus, from the production itself at the SMEs level, the information on compliance can be stored. Then this can also be shared with the laboratories who do the product testing of a particular product. If there are some religious aspects that have to be monitored and incorporated in the information system for a particular SME, then it can also be included. Thus, the certification process is more, I would say, proactive, because information would be kept in one central database that can be regulated and accessed by concerned bodies or concerned agencies. At the end of the day, the buyer can always go to his computer, click at the information system, and check which products are halal certified based on the processes and procedures involved, based on their compliance to the standards as required by government or by regulating agencies, whether private or public sector. I have secured one validation here, because when you're going to the information system, the bottom line here is, how are we assured that the product is indeed halal? You will be amazed that in the website, you could see how halal users or halal buyers are guided. And this can be a guide as well for us when we're selecting a product. It's for general information, wherein it helps the halal user to look at the certification mark or logo on the food packaging. That's the very first thing that they have to look at. Is the product halal certified? Is there a mark, or is there a logo on the packaging? If yes, then indeed they can buy it. If it's not, then they look at the ingredient listing. That's why labeling is very, very important. Are the halal ingredients listed there? Or if it's not, then it's not halal. If it's doubtful, then the manufacturer can be searched, and the ingredients of a particular product